Give this all the same value. See if we can drag some of that there. That didn't work. So much control of your brush. So much knowledge that is needed. And where does that knowledge come? Doing this over and over, making mistakes like that? No. You know, just hoping for the best, plan for the worst, hope for the best. I'm gonna see if I can, squinting my eyes. Usually I feel weird about making eyeballs too light, the white of the eye. I don't know where I heard that. I could be wrong about that, but I heard, because generally they're not as white as we think they are, right? Like, it's like a very light gray, actually, if you actually look at it, and then the highlight is the white, right? So if I'm gonna put a white there, it's gonna compete with that highlight. So just do a simple triangular shape. I mean, I think, hey, this is a tough one. Yeah, I think I could go lighter. Quite light, actually. Hopefully this doesn't compete with the highlight. I think part of it is just being absorbed by the paint under it. That's fine. I don't want to sit here and, I'm trying to just imagine as if I had a timer and I had to process things quickly, and as soon as I feel like I'm canoodling, I'm trying to fix things, I just like, okay, let's keep moving. Not that that's wrong, it's just not the point of this exercise. I'm just trying to do quick strokes quickly. Just do quick strokes, quick shapes. See how I can design. Man, I hate how the paint under it just absorbs everything, yeah? And that's part of the planning process, I guess, and that's also part of why painting wet into wet is so hard. It's really taxing. Okay, let's see. Squinting, I think I can go dark here, and then see if I can pull very thin. Just too light. There we go. Okay. Completely messed up the drawing, but I think the painting is coming along. So I have a very white highlight there. That's maybe I'll cover that area. See, just I'm mixing here. You can't see what I'm mixing, but just the paint from the brush is enough to gray that white just a little bit. Makes me more comfortable putting it here. Add that tile there. Tile there. Again, like, I'm trying to process this information really quickly, and I feel like my brain is really struggling because I feel like I don't have time to look and ponder. Just quick decision, and see what happens. And the more you do it, the more you learn to make better, quicker decisions. Fuck. I wasn't supposed to be there. Please don't demonetize me, YouTube. I'm not even monetized right now, so I guess that gives me the freedom to throw in a couple of swear words here and there. And really, I'm being extremely, man, I have a bad habit. I swear a lot in real life. I probably should work on that. Still trying to just soften this transition to the very bold highlight over there. See, I don't like how it's like, I feel like there's a tile that needs to be there that's lighter, that's bridging between these two. Okay, and then let me do a couple of, I'm not supposed to do this, but I love putting highlights, right? I don't want to put them right now. Just, man, so much to learn. Soften, 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 soften. You know what? I want to cheat. I want to make everything soft. This is a trick I learned from Ben Young, teacher of the Watts Atelier. Just fucking soften everything, ruin it a little bit, who cares? And then you can start to canoodle things because it just softens everything for you. And then from then on, you know, remove everything from the brush. Try to fix things. It brings everything together a little bit. You know, you don't have these harsh, you know. And then anyways, like an area like this, I want this area to be the harshest, right? So, okay, we need to do a few fixes. Too dark. Too dark. Too dark. Too dark. Get my paint thinner. This brush is, man, I don't take good care of my brushes, dude. There's no time. There's no time. You know, I'm working a full-time job at the moment, and whatever time I find to sneak in painting, I just sneak it in, you know? Okay, let's rhythmically, this is a lot darker too, right? Yeah, you'll lose a lot of the values when you do that trick, but this is painting. You destroy, you bring it back, you destroy, you bring it back, and you just kind of keep going, and, you know. When you get into a flow when you paint, it is really beautiful. It's a beautiful mind state to be in. And with our lives, the way they're fragmented all the time with technology and social media and things like that, it's crazy to think, you know, because I work a corporate job, and but this is what I actually want to do, right, all the time. Just the contrast between the mind state that art puts you in versus the constant buzz of the workplace. I actually think the workplace is actually, you know, just... All right, I'll hold that thought. I'll get back to it. This is something important. I'm trying to figure out, you know, if you look at the reference, there's a tiny, tiny sliver of the pupil, because he's just looking all the way to his right. But if I do what's in the reference, it just doesn't read. Or maybe I could make it read, but I feel like I would have to exaggerate that one way or the other. Either remove the iris completely and just have pupils. Let's see what that looks like. I mean, shit, might have an eerie look to it. Why not? And then connect the rhythms of the eyebrows. So yeah, as I was talking about the corporate world, that mindset, I think is actually really detrimental to human well-being and happiness. It's just not good. There's a percentage of people that thrive there. That is what they want, that is what they love, but it's really low. Just like there is a percentage out there that really love art, but, you know, it's a low percentage of people that are just into this world in a really crazy way. It's like anything, you know, MMA, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, right? But everyone is kind of forced to live this corporate life. It kind of sucks them in a way that's just, I don't know, not healthy, you know? So I'm just building up the values and layers, because I started really dark, and I knew that if I just put a white, see, exactly, just put a white, it just gets absorbed. So I tried to, since the value that I went with was too low, try to build it up in layers. But let's see, I'm just gonna have to scoop some paint here and just, now, see, I almost want to use that softening trick, but I don't want to destroy all that work. So let's see. I mean, this is a big brush. So these softening brushes, man, these are actually makeup brushes. Now, I know it's 2020. Now, some of you might be like, why does this guy have a fucking makeup brush? It's a trick I learned from Ben Young. And then I just went ahead and asked some of my friends, hey, like, I'm sure you girls have a makeup brush that you don't use, or it's about to die or something, you know? You're about to buy a new one. Instead of throwing it, like, just fucking send it to me, you know? They were like, what? No, actually, surprisingly, they didn't even ask why. Like, I don't know what that... it's not normal that a dude asks for a makeup brush, right? But I guess they figured they know the company I keep, so they were just like, There we go. Let's work on the highlights here. Nose, bridge. I love highlights, man. It's too early. Gotta get this a little bit to come into detail. Will this brush do the trick? That is the question. It's more my hands, really, but you know. If I can get away with blaming the brush to feel better about myself so that I can keep going. Whatever gets you to sleep at night, right? As long as it leads you to the result. God damn it. God damn it, you know. I canoodle way too much, and that's why this exercise is good. Let me fix this and stop canoodling. Get back to the big picture. Get back to the big picture. You know, as I canoodle. Okay, so back to the big picture, back to the big picture. Constantly reminding myself what this exercise is about. Now, ideally you would do this exercise timed, but I am too slow. So I wanted to do a couple of these just to see where I'm at. And then next ones I'll push for the timer. And, you know, this is an exercise I learned by being at Watts. For a while, they do this in their online program, gesture painting, just really quick paintings. And then going through Todorovich's masterclass as well. This is kind of what he starts with, is like, do these quick black and white paintings, just get some mileage and play, right? See what we can do, see what craziness happens. Just enjoy the process. I don't like that this is really black, but here's the thing. I want to stick to 2 values at most in the dark. I would open this up otherwise just a little bit, but yeah, just maybe make that transition between much more. So the transition here is way too light. And also the shape of the nose kind of bugs me. So let's see if I can fix this with a few quick strokes and then move on. Point of this exercise to get a few quick, and that's not it. Okay, so that might be a brush problem, but maybe I can use the brush in a different way just to get that to be really thin. Go the other way, perhaps. Dab. I don't want to dab. I want to stroke. See if we can use this brush, maybe. Oof. This brush is not in a good condition. You know, just to prove my point, it just broke apart. I can't see the camera, but I'll put a B-roll or something if I remember. Anyways, have to MacGyver it. Let's see. Okay. See, if this was a timed effort, I would not have time to think about my next move. It's just go, go, go. And if you're too slow, do a longer exercise. You don't have to do this exercise if it's too overwhelming for you. Painting at the beginning is extremely, it shocked me how hard it actually is for me. You know, maybe there's aptitude. Some people find it easier, some people find it harder. To me, I was just like, I love this, but this is difficult. Right? Playing around with the shapes here. Try to make them conform to what I'm seeing. Seeing if I can do some shape design under these conditions. Okay, let me resolve that area there. I don't like that edge. I don't like that edge. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Connect these together. Connect. There's so much you can do. That's why you need a timer. The next one's I'm going to do with a timer. Incredible what this exercise can do for you, for your development. Bum, bum. Sorry, I'm listening to music in my headphones. Love listening to music when I paint. Adds to that flow state. Been really into electronic music lately. Let's see. This ear placement is really long, like especially these. I'm just gonna get rid of them. It's not gonna add to the picture. There's a reflected light in the reference, but I don't think I wanna do that. I mean, I don't think it'll read. So, and I don't like this, you know, a lot of these reference packs, I don't think artists do, maybe, I don't know, but like, why would you want, I mean, these are not good references for learning. All right, so this is something to think about for the next video, because I definitely want to pick some stuff that it's easy to learn from. And the reason is you get just distracted by the reflected light all the way there, all over here. And it's not, because then it messes up your values, and in order, sometimes it can be difficult to make it read. It just looks weird. Right? Yeah, I want to go darker. It competes with this, which is supposed to be transitional, and doesn't read like shadow. Let's go a lot darker. Okay. Just scoop this paint mix on the surface, see what happens. Let's get rid of this glob. Okay. This is a really, really great brush, and that's why it's been destroyed, because I use this so much. I just haven't bothered buying a new one. You know. Let's see. Okay. Let's clean this. Nice little stroke there. For the neck. See, now it's affecting the ear so much that I don't actually know how to translate that. I think I'll just do my best, right? Because I'm converting this whole thing. I'm removing essentially the strong, I don't know what light they have over here, what photographers call it, but it sucks for painting. I mean, it doesn't suck, but it sucks for learning for my level. I'd like better reference to learn from, you know. But sometimes, so this is what, like, I took a look at this reference and I knew, that's gonna be a problem, right? And that's kind of why I picked it. I shouldn't have picked it for a video, an educational video. But for me, because I'm at a level where I want to be challenged in that way and see, like, okay, can I translate this? Not knowing what the lighting actually would look like. You know, I'm not that strong with my imagination. You know, drawing from imagination is not just something I practice or I'm good at. something I want to learn for sure. But man, there's so much to learn: painting, drawing, design, and invention, cityscapes, landscapes. Oil itself, like just oil from reference, is like something that could take a lifetime, really. I'm getting caught up in the reference and just got lost. You know, I try to copy the reference there instead of trying to see if I can. This is way too difficult. Damn it. Okay, calm down. Let's look at the decisions. Let's slow down and try to come up with just a few strokes, right? 1, 2, 3, okay? Just fix the shape, fix the shape, fix the shape, done. Okay, I'm not gonna touch that. Now, logically, what I'm seeing in the reference is that it's hitting the reflected light, but logically, given how the form works, it should be dark but slightly lighter. So let me do that and try to capture that in a few strokes. 1, 2. It should be lighter than that. Let's do that one more time. 1, 2. Again. 2. Again. Still getting caught up in the reference. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Painting is not easy, guys. And then that part is really dark, so I'll just go with a black, and then because there's paint on the canvas, it'll just suck it up. If it doesn't, that's fine. Okay. Now I'm going to carve out the ear. So it's gonna be something like that. Need much more paint. Let's see if I use one of these flat brushes. Let's close it. Carve it out here maybe. Man, I just completely lost the ear. I don't know how to work on that area, to be honest. And since it's taking way more time that is intended for this exercise, just gonna, when in doubt, leave it out. Like literally, it'll just disappear in the shadow. That's fine, dude. Like, fuck it. Then I'm gonna have to paint again, big to small, which is something I don't usually do, but I should. Is big to small. It's all about the basics, really. Just all about not the fancy stuff. Okay, a bit more black. The softening really killed the values. Yeah. Let's do a bridge tile between the hair and the scalp, just the forehead, the whatever you want to call it, just to smoothen that transition. Play with the shape here a little bit. Smoothen that transition, get softer. This area needs to be resolved. I'm gonna do the mustache a little. I wish I was recording this, but Siri just for some reason decided to go online, and she's like, she's looking for, do I need to shave my mustache? The art, how to grow a mustache, the art of manliness. how to grow a mustache. You just let it grow. What do you mean? Fucking people need to go on the internet to figure that out. I mean, come on, guys. All right. So, overall average value for the stash and shape. I squint and I look at it. Boom. 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 That's it. Good strokes. Okay. Now, overall shape of the lip. All right, let me carve it out. Actually, using kind of the wider value, the lighter value that's on top of the lip. Let's see if I can use that to create a separate. Ah, it's too dark. Wow, not even close, dude. All right. Yeah, my white puddle is actually pretty gray, and I've been pulling out of it. Okay, look at how it gets contaminated by the paint under it. All right. Now this value actually would be great for this area here, but since there's no paint there, okay. I'm trying to canoodle. Don't canoodle. Don't canoodle. Fix the shape of the upper lip. See, as we go to the corners of the lip, I definitely wanted to start getting darker. So I'm gonna compensate for that mistake. And knowing that I don't have a lot of time, I mean, I do actually have an infinite amount of time, but, too dark. But, I'm trying to act as if I've got a timer. Just go as quick as I can. See where I'm at, see what my level is before I do timed exercises. Just give myself an idea, like, should I give myself an hour, 2 hours? 2 hours is a timed exercise. And then once I'm comfortable with that, let's see if I can do an hour and a half. Once I'm comfortable with that, let's see if I can do, this is so frustrating. Okay, again, let me think big picture. Like, you know what? Sometimes you just fucking mess it up because it's not working anyways. So, I mean, see what happens. I like to paint on that over what I had before. So let's see. Again, let's try big shape of the hair. It's too light. But we do have some lighter areas. I'll have to follow the reference, but you know. Right. This is way too dark, actually. Okay. Do a shape that's slightly lighter around here. Just gets really absorbed. Okay, so let's see. Let's try to mix on the paint until I squint. I'm squinting on my painting, which I think I blank on his name. He's a very famous painter. He wrote Alla Prima. And I think he says never squint on your painting, but I don't know. I feel like it helps. I haven't, gone into the reasoning why. Actually, it's pretty good. Like, just add a dark indication of the lip. Let me use this. See if I can get here, here, here. see. Oh, there we go. This is the brush I'm looking for. Oh, another brush in a terrible condition. Okay. Ooh, it's almost. Oh, I remember why. I think I might have soaped these brushes, and that's why they're stiff. They're like super stiff. I think this. I mean. Okay, so this is what's crazy. Technically, this brush is destroyed because it's like super stiff. But actually, I love the fact that it's super stiff because I can use it to draw a little bit. Just fix some stuff, right? Ah, clumsy. Okay, pick a shape, let me see. So, let's go with a much lighter value. Maybe not much lighter, but let's see. Boom, 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 boom. This is really wide. So it should be around here where it ends. So I'll go like really dark. And again, canoodling. Okay. I mean, I don't know. Let me give it the mirror test. I'll explain what the mirror test is in a bit. I mean, not looking at the reference, it's a decent painting. Actually, it's a really good painting, not looking at the reference. I mean, if I can end it here, you know? Just, okay, so just gonna make this really dark. Relatively dark. Start with that. And then see what value I can come up with for the background. I might just go light here, dark, light, right? Just contrast. Give it a nice shape. I don't want it going to the corner. I think this is fine. Yeah. And then here I'll go light. Okay, more whites. There's some. Yeah. Careful here. Let's see. Go darker. See, sometimes I forget that I'm recording a video. So I just go quiet, and this just requires a lot of concentration. Like, look, I just destroyed that edge, but I mean, let's give it the mirror test, which I need to talk about, keep forgetting. So the mirror test is you just hold a mirror and look at it. It just gives you a completely different perspective on what's going on with the painting. It really helps. You see the painting in a fresh eye, you see things that you didn't see before, you see mistakes that you didn't see before. You see things that you thought were mistakes but look pretty fucking good actually. And let's just keep them, you know? So the one thing that's bugging me is that edge needs to be a lot softer. A really soft brush. Boom. In general, everything needs to be softer, but okay. So then, you know, these two values are way too close to each other. Let me just go light for the whole thing. Get a lot lighter. Yeah. Now I can go dark, like really dark here. See that? So clumsy, so clumsy. I just ruined my work just being clumsy. painting shit is so fucking hard, you know? It's so clumsy with what the brush does and your hand, you know, drawing is just so precise. Not that drawing is easier. God, it has, because it's so precise, it has its own fucking challenges. Because drawing is really when you want to practice likeness and things like that. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna draw first and then paint over it if you're trying to get, you know, a painting of a likeness or something like that. You're not gonna, I mean, I guess you can get really good at capturing as close enough to a likeness as you can with painting, but damn, that is just, like soften that, pull them into each other. Getting a likeness in painting, you are just a master at your craft if you're doing that. Gesture paint, like I've seen Jeff do some crazy shit. It's, you know, it's not, I mean, and the thing is, when they say likeness, I'm talking about Jeff from Watts Atelier, and the thing is, like, when he talks about likeness, like, for the untrained eye, you look at it and you're like, ah, it's close enough, yeah, that's a likeness, right? But for the trained eye, you know the mistakes, so it's, let's give this the mirror test. I don't want to go just have a light spot there to pull the eye, you know? Yeah, that's a cool painting, man. I'm gonna end it here. Fix that. Ooh, what happened there? Is there a lot of Gamsol? What's going on? This is very thick. Or, yeah, there we go. Woo! That's the painting. I like this painting. Nothing like the reference, but painting wise, pretty cool. Boom, boom, boom.